Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will put total effort to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Johnson looking to throw. Makes his connection. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Trying the left side. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
1st and 10 for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This quarterback part of their running game. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job on the defense. Showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Afterburners coming. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Got his man quickly.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Commodores have their offense in high gear. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 7 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've...
Off he goes! The 20! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At the 10-yard line.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the field goal unit is on the field. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
That makes the score. Vanderbilt, 14.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Number 90, set to advance on the football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Commodores. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
14, and the Tennessee offense will take over 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Moving past the 25. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. And you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
On the run, it's Baxter. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
With the catch, it's Baxter. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man covered. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter.
Vanderbilt, 21. Tennessee, 3.
The Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Might as well give it to him again. At the 20, he's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vandy. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Iowa City deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker of a showing. They're trailing by 19 to Nebraska. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown Doors. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a... Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Powers through. The expressway is wide open. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Tennessee.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout here. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Here comes the offense on second down. Johnson looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And the Commodores will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that. Yeah, good coverage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back.
Open runway ahead. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. 1st down here for the offense. On the option. He'll toss it. Past the 45. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Johnson wants to throw it. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got the 1st down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Commodores! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Nimrod. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Timeout.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Going up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he'll fire. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got room on the return. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Number 88 set to kick this one away.
Coming out with it, it's Lewis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Vols will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line. They go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Using his legs, it's Baxter. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Leaves it with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Tennessee.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the run, it's Baxter. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the Vols get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Vanderbilt, 49. Tennessee, 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
42 Spider.
Looking for a crease to the left. Pulled down after pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Big moment. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Starting to feel a little pressure. At the 45 on his way. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Scrambling away. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Man, what a career with that carry. He's now over 4,000 yards.
And he's made this coaching staff look really smart, David, throughout his career, hasn't he? Defenses week in, week out, they load the box. They try to stop this guy. They're never able to get it done. 4,000 is a ton.
That's crazy, and I like what you said, week in, week out. You know what else you got to have? You got to have some durability, and he's been tough in the lineup almost every single week. You hand the football, you get the production. That's how you get to 4,000 yards rushing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Vandy! And the pummeling has started. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rock.
They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Punt returns are always exciting. It seems like you're always holding your breath. Can you make the guy miss? Is it going to be a big hit? Nice return. He almost gets all the way to the end zone. You can tell he smells the pylon, but he just gets inside the 5.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They're testing the right side here. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Commodores will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Okay, ready?
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
On
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. It's not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's complete to the left. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Touchdown doors! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and tried to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
And these aren't easy situations. situations with these offenses, man. Like, it's a no passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Ready?
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able